Welcome, bienvenue, and willkommen to another episode of BMW Live from Ultimate Drive, featuring products and experts to bring you an inside look at the world of BMW. My name is Kevin Marcotte, and we're coming to you from an underground location here at BMW Canada, where today our holiday treat for you are the two most powerful production BMWs ever brought to market: the X5M competition sports activity vehicle and the M8 competition Grand Coupe. Joining me today to provide the qualified insight into these high horsepower machines is once again Matthew Wilson. Welcome back, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing great, Kevin, and as always, it's great to be here.
Yeah, great to be with you again.
Thanks.
And before we dive into the product, two important mentions for our audience. Firstly, as always, we have a team of product experts on our live stream chat ready to take your questions throughout the presentation. So please ask away. And secondly, we have for you, stay tuned, a terrific prize pack of BMW and M branded merchandise that if you stick around till the end of the broadcast, you'll have a chance to win that. So let's talk product. And Matt, first question: at BMW M, for nearly 50 years, our designers and engineers have brought to market cars that are ready for the racetrack, but also everyday road use. Now, when did the M badge begin appearing on our SAV lineup?
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, you nailed it. BMW M has long produced some of the most iconic sports cars in the industry, and it was a little over 10 years ago, 2009, when they created the first generation of the X5M and X6M. Of course, demand for SAVs and high performance, ultra high performance SAVs has continued to grow, especially here in North America. And one thing I can assure you, if it's got an M badge on it, it can hang with the best of the sports cars on the track. So these are track cars through and through.
That's right. And of course, the X3M and X4M have now joined the family as well. Matt, what are some of the unique M design cues found on the X5M?
Yeah, and I think you'd agree that the base X5 looks fantastic, but our M division really amped it up with the X5M. So immediately you're going to notice this large kidney grille. And of course, it's got the characteristic double slat kidney design from BMW M. Down below, you're going to see those very large air inlets, which really help cool the large engine, obviously, that's under the hood. Of course, everything about the front end is a little sharper, a little crisper, gives it a much more imposing and aggressive look to it. And of course, when we move to the side of the vehicle, you're going to notice these BMW M side mirrors finished off in this beautiful carbon fiber. The M side grille, these beautiful 21-inch up front, 22-inch in the rear M forged light alloy wheels, and behind that you're going to see the M braking system, which obviously provides the ultimate in stopping power. Towards the back of the vehicle, you're going to see this raised roof spoiler, which really accentuates the silhouette of the vehicle.
Very sporty.
And of course, down below, you're going to see that quad exhaust system from BMW M, which not only looks great, but sounds great as well.
Absolutely. Now, we have a nice stealth blacked out version that I think suits the personality of the X5M. But for those who want to be a little more noticeable on the road, what are the color options for the M?
Yeah, so as you know, BMW Individual has long been a fan favorite of BMW M customers, and we're actually pleased to announce that just a few short months ago, we introduced that at our Spartanburg facility in South Carolina. So fully customized options are available now on the X5M and X6M.
That's fantastic news, Matt, particularly for those clients who want a little more individuality in the color palette. Now let's get to what makes it most powerful and what lies under the hood of the X5M.
Yeah, of course, Kevin. Immediately when you open the hood, you're going to see that strut race, the engine cover, and you're going to know you're dealing with something serious. And the X5M actually features BMW M's latest twin-power turbo V8 engine capable of 617 horsepower. And of course, that's coupled with their 8-speed M Steptronic transmission, as well MX drive, and of course an active M Sport differential help put that power down. So the performance is unrivaled in this class, and you know we're talking 0 to 100 km/h times of about 3.8 seconds conservatively. So you know these numbers are not just good for an SAV; they're good for any sports car period. So outstanding performance from the X5M.
Wow, phenomenal performance numbers for any car, as you say, let alone an SAV. And the X5M is something that also is known for utility. Can you speak a little bit to the utility of the X5M?
Yeah, it's still a utility vehicle, and you're not giving up any of that utility you would expect from a BMW SAV. So in the back, there's a ton of cargo room. Fold down the rear seats, of course, and you've got extra cargo room. It's got a lot of the unique features that the X5 has, such as the dual folding tailgate, right, which not only protects cargo when opening, but also allows, I know you partake in tailgating once in a while, so can also double as a seat, perhaps if you're sitting in a parking lot.
You've seen me on the odd golf course due to the restrictions in the parking lot this summer. Yeah, that's right. Enjoyed it, for sure.
And inside, of course, all the space you'd expect in a BMW SAV, and of course, that is graced with some of the highest luxury and finest design elements that BMW has to offer. So these beautiful BMW M bucket seats with the contrasting two-tone individual leather, of course, and carbon fiber also grace the interior to really give it a premium sporty look.
So all of that performance matched with the utility, you're saying the driver is going to get swiftly to those leisure activities or to their destination, but also very comfortably for the driver and the passenger as well. How about the new technology in the X5M?
Yeah, so you're going to see a lot of the standard technology we put in the brand new X5, you know, wireless charging, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connectivity, the full suite of BMW's driver assistance and safety systems, of course, but you also get a lot of M-specific technology. You're fully able to customize the driving experience between the chassis, the engine, throttle response, the steering, the braking, the exhaust, pretty much anything can be fully customized simply with the push of a button on the steering wheel. And new, of course, on the competition models, in the center console, there's that M button which enables you to switch between road, sport, or even track modes on the vehicle.
Wow, fantastic. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the most powerful SAV ever offered from BMW. Let's move on to our next vehicle, the M8. And Matt, this is the newest member of the 8 Series family. And for those viewers who may not be familiar, can you provide some background into the storied history of the 8 Series at BMW?
Of course, Kevin. So the first generation 8 Series debuted in 1989, and at that time was really regarded as a technological halo within the BMW portfolio. A little known fact, also, our M division actually created an M8 prototype at the time, which never quite made it production, but fast forward 30 plus years, and of course now we have the first ever M8, so I can tell you it was well worth the wait.
Absolutely, an iconic nameplate. How about we start with the styling of the M8 Gran Coupe?
Yeah, so the 8 Series really represented, when it debuted just a little over a year ago, a new design direction for BMW Group, but it takes a lot of those historical or design cues from our past, like the large hexagonal kidney grille, which really accentuates the width of the front of the vehicle. Within that, of course, you're going to see the characteristic M double slat design within it. And those are really accentuated by these beautiful razor-thin icon headlights featuring BMW's laser light technology. And of course, down below, just like the X5M, you're going to see that large air intake, again, giving it a more imposing look. When we move to the side of the vehicle, of course, from the side, if you look towards the front end there, we call that the shark nose. So you can actually see those kidney slats really protrude out a bit, giving it a more aggressive look. The flared wheel arches, of course, the M mirrors and side grille, and up top, one of my favorite elements, of course, the carbon fiber roof, which obviously not only looks great, but is functional as well. It reduces weight from up top of the vehicle. And of course, this is a Gran Coupe, which we often get that question, you know, what is the Gran Coupe? Well, our designers have cleverly integrated the 4-door design with these beautiful 4 frameless doors into a coupe-like silhouette, which really gives it a form and function out of a coupe body style. And towards the rear, of course, you're going to see that raised lip spoiler, and directly from the rear, you're going to see a recessed greenhouse, which really, again, accentuates the hips and the shoulder line of the vehicle. And of course, you've got that quad exhaust again, characteristic of BMW M vehicles, which really finishes off the back end look.
Absolutely. One of the best vantage points of any M car is always that wide stance at the back. And now we have a terrific example here in Donington Gray. But my understanding is that for those that want a little more individualization, the M8 actually has an even wider array of BMW individual special paints available from the factory, correct?
Correct, Kevin. BMW M and our customers obviously want that one-off car, and this color is fantastic. Donington is one of my favorite colors, but the options are limitless. Customers can opt for a totally custom look, or if they go on BMW Individuals Visualizer online, and I think we have the link on the feed, they can tailor their vehicle with dozens upon dozens of BMW's current individual paints and really get an idea of a vehicle that would suit their needs and personality.
That's right. So we encourage our viewers to check out the link that's in the live stream description. There's some fantastic color options available. So do that. Now, Matt, the M8 Gran Coupe also features M's version of all-wheel drive. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, of course, and that debuted for the first time in a car. So we've had, of course, all-wheel drive on our SAVs for some time now, but for the first time on a car with the M5. And what's so unique about this system is it allows the driver to customize between a typical all-wheel drive experience, more of a rear-wheel drive bias experience, or if they're looking to have some fun on the track or just do burnouts, a full rear-wheel drive experience at the push of a button. So really the best of both worlds. You don't have to give up that rear wheel. You can still have the grip of the all-wheel drive system when you want it, and really an innovative system that helps put down some incredible performance numbers on the M8.
Absolutely. So we know how that power hits the road. Can we talk a little bit more about that power plant itself?
Definitely, and much like the X5M, it features the latest twin-power turbo V8 engine, 617 horsepower. But in the M8, we're talking 0 to 100 times sub 3 seconds. So
wow.
Ridiculous numbers, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of years ago, we wouldn't have been talking sub 3 seconds, but this is the fastest vehicle we've ever produced.
Wow, that's fantastic. These are numbers that were previously reserved for our two-wheel Motorrad division, for instance. Matt, how about we talk about and show our viewers the interior, which is incredible on the M8 Gran Coupe.
Of course, and Kevin, the M8 sits at the very top of BMW's portfolio, so you would expect that when you sit inside this vehicle as well. And those lucky enough to sit inside the new M8 are going to be greeted, of course, those beautiful frameless doors, but the highest quality of materials BMW has to offer. These beautiful M bucket seats, again with that integrated headrest, the illuminated M badge, have this contrasting stitching running throughout, carbon fiber, obviously that theme, much like the X5, carries throughout the cabin. Things you can't see, a beautiful Alcantara headliner at top, very nice
Good
to the
feel.
touch.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything you look at, you touch inside this vehicle, you'll know you're in a special vehicle.
Yeah. And lastly, how about the tech? Must be big tech in this car as well?
Of course, so a lot of the tech we just touched on the X5, but the M8, of course, has all those added M features. So seamless experience between the live cockpit, professional, the iDrive, the head-up display, all with specific M settings. Really a more sports-oriented drive. Of course, the very latest in BMW's safety technology. Really, again, much like the luxury element, all the very latest BMW tech. It is the epitome of what BMW has to offer.
Absolutely. Well said. Terrific overview, Matt. Now, the M8 can also be found in two other variants, correct? The rest of the family has this setup as well.
Of course. So we have here the M8 Gran Coupe, but we also offer the M8 Coupe, so a traditional coupe body style. As well, those looking for an open-air experience, our Halo Cabriolet is available in the M8 cab.
Fantastic. So here we have it, over 1,200 horsepower, the two most powerful BMWs ever brought to market. Thanks so much, Matt, for that terrific overview. As we promised at the beginning of the broadcast, we have a terrific prize package to give away to one lucky viewer out there today. Do you want to provide the details on how they can enter into our contest?
Of course, Kevin, very simple for those paying attention. The link is on the live stream, but anyone entering their favorite BMW individual color from the BMW individual visualizer has an opportunity to win that fantastic BMW M prize pack.
Wow, that's fantastic. So comment below with your favorite BMW individual color. Matt, thanks for your expertise. As always, that brings to a close another episode of BMW Live from Ultimate Drive. Stay tuned for further episodes of our program. Thank you all for tuning in. On behalf of Matt, myself, our retailer network here in Canada and around the world, stay safe and healthy, everyone. Happy holidays, and bye for now.